Kevin Chaos. What the hell are swear words? Swear words. Curse words. What the fuck is that? Well, this is my perception of swear words. You'll notice that I don't have the cleanest of tongues in my videos. But here's how I perceive it. A swear word, or a curse word, or cuss word, wherever that came from, is a word said with ill intent. This word could be anything. If I say hell, and I'm not expressing dismay and hate or aggression, it's not a swear word. I could be talking about a state of mind and a description. I could be talking about the place. But that doesn't make it a swear word. Now, if I tell you to go to hell, I'm telling you I want harm to come your way. That's cursing. That's swearing. Hopefully over the wind, my voice will come up alright on this. But I think we need to evaluate this stuff, because we spend a lot of time wanting to control other people or be offended by any and everything, but the fact of the matter is it's not a swear word or a curse word. None of it is, unless you're actually wishing someone harm in the way that you say it, or having the intent to do so behind it. If I said, fuck you, that's a swear word. You know? Just something to think about. Because I feel like I have to explain with the way that I do these videos sometimes. Because people might get their mixed signals in the way that they perceive it. And I wish no one harm. Not even my vilest enemy. I have no enemies. But bless your enemies. Seriously. Because everything comes around. When you're treating someone else in any way, you're really treating yourself that way. We're all just one giant thing, split into a bunch of seemingly separate parts. And even though that might not make sense to some of you right now, you've heard the word karma thrown about. That's how I make sense of it being real. Why it works. Why I see it time and time again prove itself. Because, let's say I'm yelling at you. I'm yelling at a piece of myself. You know? Whatever the source is, whatever God is to you, we can all take the conclusion that we came from one point in the universe in our creation, which makes us all part of that original being or explosion. And that means that whenever we're wishing someone well or wishing someone harm, we're actually wishing a part of ourselves harm. Just one that we don't necessarily want to take credit for or account for all the time, huh? So I bless my enemies. I've seen the power of what happens. I've seen the miracles and the good come into my life simply from handling a situation in the right way. And it is hard sometimes. It's quite easy to want to go to revenge or to get aggravated or, you know, this person hurt your feelings and it's their fault. Well, it's actually not. It's your fault. Someone else in your situation might be perfectly fine handling the same person and the same problems. So, not that what they did necessarily was the best course of action that might have offended you, but it doesn't mean that they were wrong to make their mistakes or to succeed when they do. That's for them to figure out. They have their own thing, and so do you. Instead, really, it's your perception of the situation. There is no good or evil. It is thinking that makes it so. So, when this person upsets you and you get aggressive, you're getting aggressive with yourself. First off, you're already hurting yourself just by letting yourself get aggressive. You're chemically imbalancing yourself, allowing yourself to behave in a non-natural state. When we're born into this world, even through all the screaming and crying, our natural state is a sort of bliss, an ananda. You know, it is a point in between all emotions. Every emotion could be said to be a mental imbalance, technically. So when we allow ourselves to get aggressive, to get angry, not only do we lose control of the situation, but we kind of lose control of ourselves. And we encourage ourselves to react without thinking versus acting. So, bless people. You'd be surprised at how wonderfully it will work in your favor. If I'm wishing you harm, I'm wishing myself harm. If I'm wishing you harm, the universe is wishing me harm. It says, oh, okay, these are his rules for living. This is how his personal universe works. Well, let's play by his rules and let's allow it to work that way. You know, you hear, God always welcomes you with open arms. He's very giving. What you hold true on earth, I'll hold true in heaven. So when you make these rules for yourself, these ways of being, and you want them to be negative, you want to allow that to exist in your world, then you invite that to return to you, considering it right at home, a part of yourself. But if you were to live in love and in peace, and even with the negative people and actions that they may undertake in your life, then good things will manifest in your life. Butterfly. When you live in peace, when you are giving, you will receive. Because you're telling the world, giving is the way that this is. Whenever I'm in a public store and I have change left over, I always donate it to the little jar. And before I do so, I put myself in a peaceful state, I hold my money, and I just think, you must, as cliched as this is going to sound, you must give to receive. You have to spend money to make money. People don't often think about these expressions we've come up with over the centuries. And it's really just tit for tat. An eye for an eye is the negative way of looking at it, you know. Blessing for a blessing. Anyway, I made this last long enough, but I believe that you have a few things to think about. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. What you consider swear words. Let me know if you've had a situation where you've had to turn the other cheek, for lack of a better expression, where you've had to do the right thing. Have you ever smiled in the face of your adversary and simply acknowledged that they were a child struggling as you once were with different things yourself? I'm Kevin Chaos. Peace be with you.